Alright, I know I'm a little bit late on content. I missed like 3 days because I was working. But today's video is going to be on two defenders that I've been having success with kind of in solo queue, but that I really want to talk about in solo queue. Alright, and those are Vigil and Warden. Alright, so let's talk about their loadouts first. Warden has the M5, the SMG-11. You could bring the MPX. If I don't know anybody that brings a pistol, but if you're not comfortable in your SMG-11 recoil, you could play P10. He also has a deployable shield, nitro cell, and observation blocker. And you have Vigil on the other hand, who has three really good guns. He has the KIA, the Boss G, and the SMG-12. He also has the C75 auto pistol. I have never seen anyone in this game play this pistol, but I mean, if you aren't comfortable with the SMG-12, again, you can run this pistol. He has impact grenades, and he also has a bulletproof camera. What I want to talk about is usefulness and basically my opinion on which one of these operators is the best operator in solo queue. All right. So Vigil's whole thing is he has ERC. It basically like cloaks you from drones. Everybody but IQ can see you when you're playing Vigil. He counters Deimos. He counters BLMLS. Everybody but IQ and Jackal. He counters Deimos. He counters any observation tool, counter zero, like any any intel operator he counters, with the exception of Jackal and the phone call from Dokkaebi. Those are the only two like active counters to Vigil. All right. Warden, on the other hand, has smart glasses that just let you see through smoke and flashbangs. But to see through smoke, it got reworked. You have to stand completely still, almost like glass. It's the exact same mechanic as glass's thermal sight. You have to stand completely still to see through smoke, and your vision gets more and more blurred the more you move. So that's how Warden's smart glasses work. Now, out of the two, which one do I think is better for this season specifically? I would have to say neither one, for real, for real. They both do the same thing. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're flanking, right, or you're trying to get an early game pick, Vigil is extremely easier for you to make that happen on, right? Because you can walk by observation tools. If somebody has a tuck drone and you don't know where it is, you can walk by observation tools and you can get free kills, right? You can get a lot of kills on people droning you or misdroning you just by activating the gadget and lurking somewhere with Vigil. And then you could just pretty much, it's a free kill, right? So I'm going to show you a clip that just happened actually in this game on Bank that I just played. If I can find where the match replay thing is. But basically what happened on Bank is, I don't know where match replay is anymore. Jesus Christ, where did they put it? Well, I don't know where match replay is anymore, but in the game, basically, before I made this video, I had, oh, there it is. Found it. So, let's watch this. Okay. Anyway, on this map, Bank, I don't know why it's not up here, but on this map, Bank, specifically, I was playing, Vigil, and I was playing, basically, downstairs. I was riding, like, downstairs by open area, and because teams, like, usually what a common push is, teams try to get top square, right, which is the worst push you can do. I highly advise, like, if you're in solo queue, you try to get your team to push main lobby versus getting your team to push um, the top square and play repel in the windows, because main lobby is an easier take. You can actually, with the advanced repel system, hold a lot more angles and cutoffs from those windows in Bank. Um, and then, like, if you have a mountain, you basically can walk up the main stairs for free. If the wall is reinforced, you can sit on the rappel as like a Habana or a Ace and open up the wall and hold the hallway and the elevator while your Montaigne walks up main stairs with your team behind him. And pretty much you just take the backside, plant the bomb, and you just play post plant. And there's pretty much not really anything defenders can do but sprint through main lobby or sprint through hallway, and you can just hold all the rotates and hold the choke points. So it's the easier way to push the site is going through main lobby. But a common thing on console that low ranks do, even in Emerald, people try to force this push. Is people try to force like the square push, where you go through servers and you try to take control of all the top square. The problem with that push is one, if they're playing below, right, in open, in servers, if they have a Valkyrie, if they have a Pulse, if they're flanking on like a Vigil, like you cannot guarantee that you're going to be able to get the kills, right? Because late game flanks and site retakes, walking upstairs is like the most common way to retake that site. And it's just a lot of unnecessary gunfights you have to get into when you could just walk up main stairs and plant the bomb. Well, anyway, I usually play Warden with the deployable shield in the hallway. I reinforce the elevator wall behind me, and then I put the deployable shield by stock. Shotgun the closest wall to the windows by stock. I make shotgun feet holes, and I pretty much just sit behind the deployable the whole time in the hallway on Warden, and I just listen. I listen for people walking in front of me. I watch my back for people walking up the little stairs. But most of the time, I just fight stock and the hatch drop. The reason why I stopped doing this is because people drone, like you get droned out so much, right? And if you don't have a mute and people drone you out, people destroy my deployable shield like instantaneously. And then like I'm just in the hallway, and then I have no place where I have like not a safe rotate. So I have to take either a long hallway gunfight, or I have to go into stock and take a window gunfight to break the hatch to rotate out. So like usually I don't like doing that hold. So today I was like, oh, I'll just play Vigil because I always get droned out. We had a Legion. Legion made the shotgun fields and stock. So I was like, oh, I'll just play Vigil, right? So I played Vigil, and I pretty much lurked open area. And I saw two drones in the prep phase, and I didn't shoot them. I saw two drones go up the stairs. So I'm like, oh, they're going to walk through the bottom door, obviously. So I played close wall, and the first dude, the Ash, he completely misdroned me. Ash droned upstairs, and he didn't drone open, and he walked through the doorway, and he was ADSing like on the staircase. So I just shot him in the back of the head. Then obviously they were in a stack, so he called out to the Dokkaebi like, "Hey, like Vigil's in open area." So I heard Dokkaebi rotate to the big windows on open area. So I rotated out and went into that side room that you can watch up the stairs from. So Dokkaebi ended up wrapping open area, coming out the double door to open area to go up the back white stairs, and I was holding a pixel on the window. So since she walked through the double doors, I shot her in the head. She never got to see my gun, and we won the round. Like I literally got two picks, and then the rest of their team just sat on rappel, and they couldn't do anything at that point because Dokkaebi had the diffuser downstairs. So I got two picks. Watched the diffuser until it was like mathematically impossible for them to win. I just rotated back upstairs, and they lost. And then the second round, we went downstairs, and I played Vigil again. And I kind of like do this risky balcony hold where I like go up on balcony and I'll tuck in the corner where you can barely see them from the skylight. I'll tuck in the corner. I'll take out my SMG 11 so they don't see my boss G, and I'll just hide in the corner and just wait for people to either break the double door up top or wait for people to come through that bottom plaque to get the open hatch. Or I'll open the hatch, the server hatch, and I'll just play the third floor and look through the server hatch if they're trying to push server. This time they played Nook, and Nook jumped into stock. She shotgunned open stock and jumped into stock, and Dokkaebi opened the window, the main window, with the SMG 12. So I killed Dokkaebi, obviously, on the main window, because it's like that's literally the easiest kill when you're playing that angle. Because she pretty much shot open the window, repelled. Then I killed Dokkaebi. Then I went prone and pulled out the boss G, and Nook literally walked right past me and walked down the stairs. And by the time Nook realized that I was laying prone on the stairs, I already downed her with a boss G and killed her, and we won that round. So in that situation, Vigil is really good on bank, right? Or if teams are heavy droning, I'll play a lot of Vigil, right? But Warden, on the other hand, is really good for a lot of teams that play more objective based play, or play shields, or play Ying, right? A lot of teams will like open up walls, like on Clubhouse. On Clubhouse, the second Clubhouse site, not CCTV, but Bedroom. When we play bedroom with on Clubhouse, I usually play Warden with a deployable shield in the hallway, and we win like 95% of the time because I can watch stock, I can watch stairs, and what people like to do is play highway and then just jump in the window real quick and try to smoke plant and gym. So I'll put my deployable in the hallway, and then usually if they get the wall open and it gets destroyed, it's not really a loss because I can tuck on stairs. I just play Logi. But 99% of the time, like people try to do like a highway hold, like they try to go highway and play the windows, especially since Roar's out or they drop CCTV and they don't really pressure the wall. So my main threat is usually coming from down the stairs, the Logi drop, or like people on highway playing the windows. But earlier today, twice, because we had to go to overtime, somebody shotgun or they yanked open the window and they basically went for the roar strat. So basically, if you don't know what the strat is, you stand on top of your roar stands on top of the roof. Somebody watches CCTV. Ying shoots open the door. You throw all the Yings in. Roar shoots her dom panel on the door that leads in the gym, and then because teams make the rotate right there, Roar shoots her dom panel on the con door, and then you just plant the bomb. And then you have Yang watch on highway, you have Roar watch on AC vents, and then you have somebody else, or you have Roar watch CC from AC vents, and then you basically just have you just play basically play off sound cue. And if you get the wall open, you have people play jacuzzi, and you just have them watch the rotate from Logi and stairs. And like 99% of the time, teams win off that because like the plant happens so quick, and people refuse to play with my to stop this from happening from catching the Dom panel or the fucking Yings. Like people refuse to play with my. So like when that usually happens, what I'll do is I'll sit behind the weight set in gym and I'll just play what I'll just turn my goggles on when I hear them break the window. I'll just turn the goggles on, and as soon as I hear the Yings go off or I hear the Ying throw in, I'll turn the goggles on and I'll just play shotgun. And I usually get the pick on Ying or Roar, whoever peeks the window first. Or I kill Ying and then Roar tries to refrag Ying and I have a shotgun. It's a close gunfight and I insta downer. So in that situation, Warden is really good. Um, so I think that when it comes to solo queue, there is no right answer for these two operators. Which one is better? I think like it's all situational based. If I had to rank them on a tier list, they would be the bottom of a tier list for solo queue because guys like Castle, Doc, Jaeger, Mira, Azami, Malusi, Valkyrie, Kaid, Bandit, like uh, trap operators like Capcan, Legion, like uh, they require like less team play and team coordination. So like it's always good to bring those operators over a Warden or Vigil because they just do more. But if you're having a problem with teams playing aggressive, right, Warden and Vigil are like really good picks to counter teams' aggressiveness, right? Because Vigil makes teams drone more and play slower, and then Warden makes teams also like not want to rush, plan, and execute because he disrupts execute. So that's my opinion on those two operators. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.